So what's all this about?
Charles, I believe we have an enemy in the camp.
Who?
Sarah Foster.
Really? Well, what gives you that idea?
She applied to Sir John Stevens for a loan to buy Lancres in her own right.
Yes, he refused her. We knew that.
Well, I've heard that having refused her, he then took her onto his payroll.
She wouldn't go and work for him if he just turned her down.
Well, maybe that's what we're supposed to think. Look, Bell Tower, the company that bid for McLean Leisure, is a holding company trading out of Newfoundland.
So?
It belongs to Sir John Stevens' nephew.
I knew it. I just knew it. I thought my old man had been remarkably quiet of late.
But perhaps the nephew wants it for himself.
No, the nephew is extremely small beer. I agree with Charles.
Right, now the question is, how do we handle it? Avril, you're the one who chose her.
I can't actually see through to people's morality, Charles.
Well, I say we confront her.
I agree.
And McLean Leisure, what happens to that?
Oh, don't worry, I'll handle McLean Leisure. I've come this far, I'm certainly not handing it over to my father.
Oh, I see, Marcia. Yes, yes, of course. No, no. Well, look, if she does get back in time, just ask her to ring me, will you? Lovely, thanks. Bye.
What's happening?
She's not at the boutique. And do you know why she's not at the boutique? Because she's in London, on a flying PR visit of fashion magazines trying to get Die Spitze written about. Friend or not, she will have to go.
Darling, before you do anything final, like, for instance, sacking her, don't you think it'd be a good idea to find out if this casual wear of hers could take off?
That kind of cynicism is worthy of a freer mother.
Rubs off very easily, my dear. I had dinner with Edward last night.
Where no doubt the conversation very quickly turned to me.
He's rather a desperate man in some ways. You see, it's not only a wife he's after. He wants someone to leave his empire to.
Yes, well, I don't want his empire.
He's not thinking of you, my dear. He wants children.
He's told you that, and he hasn't told me.
I assume he thought you'd know.
Morning, all. Why the long faces? Who's dead?
Jack, I want to move on. Bigger yard, more facilities.
Not that what's here isn't good, Jack. I mean, it's been marvellous.
Yeah, we've done very well, but there's no room to expand. I mean, there's no proper testing facilities.
Oh. Fair enough.
What's that mean?
Well, if you're going to go designing for Charlie Freer, this isn't the place to do it in. You need to expand. You need great long carpets, leather furniture, a receptionist looking like a page 3 girl. Mind you, I could do with one of those.
And I was hoping you'd come with Emma and me.
You must be joking. I mean, how can I leave my own yard? People know the phone number.
Jack, I want you to come with us. But if you don't think you can...
So long and bon voyage. No, you should strike out. Do things I never could.
Only because you didn't want to.
Yeah, well, perhaps I was a bit too behind the times. Or maybe I just like it here. Anyway, I've got Arcadia now, and she'll sell like hotcakes. So, the yard and little old me don't need Charlie Freer.
Jack, see you this evening.
What?
31st tomorrow, quarterly accounts.
Right.
Sarah, come in. Have a seat.
Is there something wrong?
Well, to be honest, we're not sure. Coffee?
Please.
Sarah, in your role as negotiator, first to acquire the Landcrest Marina and subsequently the parent company, McLean Leisure, you have been privy to all our deliberations.
What are you getting at?
Some time ago, you told us of a company called Bell Tower who were making a bid for McLean Leisure.
Yes. Well, have you found out who they are?
Bell Tower is owned by Sir John Stevens' nephew.
And?
And a few months ago, you were hoping Sir John would finance you to buy Landcrest.
He turned me down.
Did he make you another offer, perhaps?
What do you mean?
He means that in the very week when we decide to bid for McLean Leisure, another company linked to Sir John Stevens gets their offer in first. Now, nobody knew about our plans to buy this company, except the 4 people in this room.
You think I'm working for Stevens?
I don't, Sarah. Sir Edward Freer and Stevens are Apaches where land sales are concerned. I do believe he's kept you, Ken Masters, and many others at bay in order to get a straight fight with Charles.
Why?
Because Charles and his father only communicate when they're at each other's throats over some business deal.
Well, I think you've been working for Sir John and therefore my father, with a brief to provide information first about Masters, now about us.
Well, how do I convince you otherwise?
Oh, I really don't know, Sarah. But you better find a way fast.
Hail the conquering hero.
Hi, Mike.
How are you, mate?
Come and work for me. You won't have to hitch anywhere again. Congratulations.
Thanks, mate.
Well, before you report back to the boss, how about a drink?
Oh, great. If you're paying, I'm broke.
Hop on in then.
Found your yard yet?
No, we found a problem.
Oh, why isn't there a problem?
Jack, you haven't been using a separate checkbook, have you?
Oh, designer, trials manager, accountant. You're a very talented lady, Emma.
Well, maybe you just stuffed the invoices into a drawer and forgot about them. It's easily done.
Oh, I see. It's Clobber Jack time, is it? Right. Now, my doctor says I haven't got to be drawn into any arguments.
Jack, according to these figures, Orcadian costs £2,346. Now, if that's true, I'd love to know the secret.
Of course it isn't true.
Well, look. See for yourself. Here.
I don't use a calculator.
There are no receipts for timber, fittings, resin, nothing. Now, the VAT and the Inland Revenue won't be too happy about that, will they?
Oh, I didn't realize this was a court of inquiry. I'm terribly sorry, Your Honor. 1 or 2 receipts seem to have gone astray. I won't do it again. No, sir. Come on now, Emma. The boat's out there, sitting in the water, ready to be launched.
Quite. Now, the question still remains, how did you pay for her?
Do you know, Tom, sometimes you can be an extremely boring man.
And you can be one of the most bloody-minded.
Yes, it's very comprehensive, if not a trifle naive.
That's good.
Oh, Mike. Now that is a good photo.
Yeah. Mike, congratulations.
Oh, thanks, mate.
Afternoon, Ken.
Leo.
You know, you live with someone all these years, and then they suddenly surprise you.
Yes, with excellence, I know.
Wonder who she gets it from.
Oh, her father.
Why do I suddenly feel so relieved?
Oh, she's found herself at last.
Evening, Charles. Gerald.
Evening, Father.
What do you think?
I think it's nice to have at least one sensitive member of the family, don't you?
Just what we were saying. How's Guernsey? I hear you're going to invest there.
We're not in the habit of throwing money down the drain, you know.
Oh?
No, the company we were interested in turned out to be lame dogs, so we decided to invest elsewhere.
I love the lighting on that one.
Don't take your eyes off Longcrest for 1 second, John.